Good morning. It's Saturday, 21st of November 2015. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavaneng.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The headline in Daily Mirror says, Budget 2016 highlights. The first highlight says, Value Added Tax. The person single rate will be revised to 3 bands 0%, standard rate of 8% and the high rate of 12.5% for the service sector, with a minimum threshold for liability for VAT being 12 million rupees per annum. The wholesale and retail trade will be excluded from VAT. The second highlight says, Nation Building Tax. The NBT threshold in line with VAT and the rate will be increased to 4% and certain exemptions will be removed. Betting and gaming, says the third highlight. The casino entrance fee imposed in the last budget will be removed and the annual levy imposed on the business of gaming other than Regino will be increased to 400 million rupees. And the fourth highlight says, Vehicle Tax. Excise duty on vehicles which are run entirely on solar, hydrogen or helium will be reduced to 2.5%. A fee charged on certificate for emission tests will be increased to 5,000 rupees. Revenue license fee on motor vehicles will be revised. The fifth highlight says, Registration of vehicles. The owners of vehicles which are being assembled in the country and have not been registered with the Department of Motor Traffic Department should register their vehicles by March 31, 2016 by paying a fee of 750,000 rupees for commercial vehicles and 1 million rupees for motor cars. Vehicle permits granted under different schemes, including those to parliamentarians, will be abolished. However, all government officers will be financially compensated for the lost benefit. Taxes on liquor, says the sixth highlight. Every tax-paid bottle of liquor must be labeled with a foolproof sticker. This provides a visual method for excise officers to identify tax-paid bottles of liquor. Tax on all types of foreign liquor and imported ethanol will be increased on par with locally produced liquor price increase. And the sixth and the final highlight says, Passports Fee. Fee for passport on one-day service will be increased from 7,500 to 10,000 per application. Application fee for dual citizenship will be increased from 250,000 rupees to 300,000 per application and SAARC visa fee to USD 20 per application. The highlight at the bottom says, Enter Maithripala Sirisena, exit Mahinda Rajapaksa. President Maithripala Sirisena's presence at the tea party after the budget and the quick exit of former President and Kurunagala District MP Mahinda Rajapaksa avoiding the reception were notable features in Parliament yesterday. The highlight at the middle says, Development Projects. 1,000 million rupees to set up storage facilities for crops. Hambantota and Trincomalee harbours to be revived for ship repairing and bunkering purposes. New domestic airports will be established in Digana, Badula and Puttalam. 1,500 million rupees to develop Kalani Valley railway line. New access road from Kalaniya to Colombo Fort at a cost of 4,000 million rupees. Tax incentive will be given for environment-friendly vehicles, including vehicles powered by solar, hydrogen or helium power. All government vehicles to be taxed. Vehicle emission test fee to be increased to 5,000 rupees. Vehicle revenue license fee to be revised. No imports of used washing machines, TVs and mobile phones. 15,000 million will be allocated for road expansion, Ruwanpura Expressway and extension of the Marine Drive up to Panadura. Work week limited to 5 days for private sector employees. Tea blending to be liberalized without impacting Ceylon tea brand. National Digital Identification to be introduced countrywide with effect from January 2016. Land lease taxes on foreigners removed to promote investment. A new state-of-art convention center to be constructed at an estimated cost of 3,000 million rupees. Tax reduction for 15 items including shoes to make Sri Lanka a shopping paradise. An exhibition center to be constructed near Parliament. Import duties to be removed on caravan carriages, yachts, mini boats, etc. Let's now move to the paper highlights in daily news. The main headline says, Budget at Glance. trade taxes imposed on potatoes and big onions to be reduced by 25 rupees. A kilo of spreads will be 410 rupees. A kilo of dal will be 169 rupees. A 12.5 kilogram cylinder of LP gas to be reduced by 150 rupees. A litre of kerosene will be reduced by 10 rupees. Canned fish will be 125 rupees. Dried fish katta MRP 1100 rupees. Salaya MRP 425 rupees. Retail price of a 400-gram packet of locally manufactured milk powder will be reduced from 325 rupees to 295 rupees. The highlight at the bottom says, a landmark occasion. Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayake arrived in the House yesterday with the budget proposals of the financial year 2016 to a grand ovation by government members. It was the longest budget presented by Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayake recently, which lasted for 4.5 hours. And another highlight says, People's Budget. The 70th budget, the first ever budget of the national government, presented by Finance Minister Ravi Karnanayake in Parliament yesterday, proposes to provide relief to people by reducing the prices of essential commodities. And now let's look at the newspaper highlights in Ceylon today. The top headline says, Budget 2016. The top left corner highlight says, 1 million insurance cover for fishermen. Another highlight says, milk food prices reduced by 30 rupees. And the highlight at the middle says, Sri Lankan Airlines to be totally overhauled. Another highlight says, number of police stations in the country to be increased by 600. And the highlight at the bottom says, free trade agreements with USA, South Korea, South Africa and Japan. Another highlight which says, 2-year tax exemptions for tea and rubber producers. Another highlight at the middle says, 12.5 kg gas cylinder reduced by 150 rupees. And another highlight at the bottom says, 2,000 million rupees for the education of drugs and child protection. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we'll be bringing back more tomorrow. Thank you.